Prerana and I have been in the animation industry since the past 15 years. I had started my career as a cleanup artist. Slowly from there I moved on to in between and then into animation. Those days it used to be all hand drawn, but now due to the technology we have moved to 2D and 3D animation. Lately I have been teaching students animation, and I will take you through different ways of drawing which will teach you how to do drawing for animation, drawings which are required for animation. These are a few basic pencils which you require for drawing. The gradients are HB, 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B and 10B. These are exclusive drawing pencils which we use for drawing. This is a soft eraser which we use for drawing, but most of the time we avoid using this. And this is a sharpener which we use for sharpening our pencils. Today I would be showing you some simple exercises for complete beginners who want to learn how to draw. Well, there are different ways of holding a pencil, but whatever way you are comfortable in, you can proceed with that. There is no particular way in which you should hold a pencil to draw your drawings. The first and the foremost thing that you need to learn how to draw is, first you should know how to move your lines in a particular manner. These exercises help you to draw your lines firm. To draw your lines firm, you need to practice a lot. We do our lines in different ways to make our hand free. Now, as we proceed, I will tell you certain things to keep in mind so that you can move your hand freely. A few exercises which help you to draw are: first thing, you should never draw with your wrist. Drawing with your wrist is restricting your hand or your line to a certain extent, which is not useful, because when we are drawing, we move our hand freely to draw big lines, big objects or big straight flow. We need to move our hands to draw freely so that we can draw long strokes. When we restrict ourselves with our hand moving only in the wrist, our strokes come in this manner. But when we draw freely, we can use our elbow and our lines are free and we have a good flow in it. Most of the beginners struggle with a simple circle, which is the first step in every tutorials. Remember, straight lines bend in no matter how hard you try to draw. When you learn how to draw, you will learn a straight line, but now maybe your lines are broken and are not straight. When you are drawing a circle, after your practice, you will get a perfect circle. If you notice how I am moving my hand, it is moving in a rotation, that is, I am forming the form in my hand to get a perfect circle. I am moving my hand in such a way that I am getting a proper circle form in my hand before I put it down on paper. But now as a beginner, you may find it difficult and your circles may come this way or maybe worse than this. But that should not be an issue, because once you start practicing your lines and circles, you will get a perfect stroke. But mind you, you need to practice a lot. Let it be any kind of paper. You can even practice on newspaper, on used paper or on plain sheets. I would recommend initially when you are doing your lines to draw on a plain blank paper so that you get used to it, and then when you start your practice again on the same lines, you can practice it. Now if you see, these are short lines, so I am using only my wrist. But when you see, after a certain time, I start with a free flow and it gets difficult as I am moving and the lines are becoming shorter. This should not be the case. I will draw with my shoulder and see how I can draw firm lines, straight lines, good strokes which are in an equal length.